Hello again. This is part two of my two-part video series on walking through the website, and it is meant for the content writer of the Dodgeball Club. So, in my last video, I showed the general layout of the website, how to make a post, how to edit posts and pages, how to insert links and all that stuff. But in this video, I'm hoping to go into more of the customization of the website and WordPress, the WordPress homepage, and all the different plugins there are. So to start, let's just go to Customize. Customize is kind of basic customization options for the website. So this is where you can change the menus, you can change the widgets, the background, the whole layout, everything. So let's just go to themes. This is going to be how the website kind of looks. So right now we're using 2016, but you can try out different themes if you want. And then for kind of site identity, this I haven't played around with this too much, but this kind of, I'm guessing, is these top two entries right here. And colors, you can mess around with those too. Even your header images, so I have the M for the header image. You can change it out for the background image. I just have orange. Maybe you're like, oh, orange looks kind of tacky, you want to put black or maybe something else. You can do that. Menus. So this is pretty important. So all our menus are kind of kept in the bar of the month. Customization. And as you can see, we have all different menus, and this is how they're broken up too. So on the recordings we have by different years, and once we get past once it is 2022 to 2023, I'm going to make a new kind of section then, and you can add different items to this. So if you want to go add, so here's just a testing page I made, you can add that. You can enter different description stuff. I didn't really mess around with that at all. But big thing is reordering. So right now it's in the end, but maybe you want to put it close to the front, and you can do that. Maybe you want to put it as a part of awards. So maybe you want to go into the awards kind of tree and add it that way. That's an option as well. And other things, widgets. So widgets are all these little things on the side. Some widgets are property of a plugin. So quick breakdown. Plugin. If you ever play Skyrim, just different mods you can add to the game. A plugin is essentially almost like a mod. So different plugins, you can do different things on the website. So with this tag embed plugin, we're able to insert a Twitter feed. So you can scroll through here, and it all updates with the Twitter feed. And same thing with the Facebook feed. That's done with tag embed. These are basic WordPress widgets that we have. So we have an events kind of calendar, recent post, a couple other things. So if you want to go to the sidebar widgets, you can then edit those. So if you click on events, maybe I want to show 7 events at a time. Instead of 5, you can update that. You have a couple other customization options. You want to put it down, maybe you want to have the recent post above that. So you can do that. I don't know why it's not auto updating, but you can move things down. This attempt block recovery, that is because tag embed, it's a little bit glitchy with WordPress, so just click on this, you can ignore it. It just needs to update. You can move this one up or down as well. Go back. You can also, in the bottom, we just have the Facebook feed, so there's nothing else down there, but if you add other widgets down here on the bottom, then you can then add those. Alright, that's pretty much all for customization. I'm going to exit because I don't want these to save. But let's go to the WordPress homepage. So this is where more of the kind of admin options are. So as I mentioned before with post, we like to insert a link to the post rather than have each post be its own menu on the website. So maybe you make a post like, shoot, I forgot to copy the link. You can then go to here to posts, and you can then here edit it, and you can get the link that way like before. Remember, you're going to copy the link down here, and you can paste it as a URL image. Again, back with events, we have that events calendar. You can add different events. So say we have another tournament that we're doing in Cincinnati. I don't know how to spell Cincinnati, but you can have If it's all day event, you can pick a date and a time. Location, if you really want to mess around with that, you can. I don't really do that though. But then you can publish it, it'll then be updated. Sorry, I'm yawning. A little tired right now. Media, this is where the media library is. If you want to just upload images to here this way, you can do that. Pages, same thing with the posts. Maybe you want to grab the link to a page, you can do that. Or if you want to just edit pages this way rather than clicking around in the websites. We have a comments feature. I guess we have a comments. I've never really looked at this. Okay. SportsPress. So SportsPress is a plugin, and we use SportsPress for our player lists. There are a lot of different things you can do with SportsPress. You can put tournament brackets in. You can do all sorts of stuff if you want to keep track of that. But I really don't think that's applicable to the club with the way the website is set up now. But player lists are nice. So let me just go to the website once and show you what we have for our player list. So if you click on the actual roster button, you'll see that this is the roster for the 2022-2023 academic year, and it kind of puts together this nice little table here. Here's each of the players. You can see their positions, their e-board member, their hometown, their year in school, major, dodgeball skill. It makes this nice little table for that. And let's find Caleb. Caleb, if you click on his name here, there's also a description. There's the picture, and we can also add other stuff if you want to have a little bit of a bio even. But let's go back to the WordPress page. So you're going to want to go to the players button to do most of the editing with that. So here we have all our players. You can go in and edit any given player. Maybe you misspell their name, you want to fix their name. We have different attributes we give them. So they have a squad number, which is just their jersey number. As I said before, hometown, year, major, and best dodgeball skill. Those are all here. You have to add those in manually then for each of the players. And then positions. Maybe there's a new e-word position coming out and you want to add that. You can then add that here. Player list is going to be where you group your players. So for the 2022-2023 roster, I can edit that. And then here's all the players. And when you make a new playlist, all the players kind of auto-populate almost. So you really shouldn't have to do much here, but just make sure that I think you do have to enable that the squad number, position come up. If you go to metrics, I also have always enabled. See, if this wasn't enabled, the hometown column wouldn't be here. So now let's just say you want to add a new metric. Maybe we also want to keep track of, I guess, years in dodgeball or dodgeball experience or tournaments that they've been to, whatever. That you're going to go do a little differently. So you go to SportsPress, go to configure. So I'm going to go down here, we have player metrics. This is where you can add new metrics. So this is just, then I have it be just an open variable that you can then type in. I find it's the easiest. But yeah, that's all we have for player lists really. But the goal is just to kind of keep track of rosters this way. In the past, we've done it where we just have, WordPress, just a basic text editor, and we list them off. But this just having tables just a little bit nicer. Now, this events tab, this is for SportsPress. So this is different than the actual WordPress events tab. So it's a little confusing, but I do everything through the WordPress events editor rather than the SportsPress one. And teams, I don't use at all. Staff, no. Elements, that's one I use a lot. So again, if you watch the last video, it's a nice kind of page editor. You can move things around pretty easy, and it looks like there's other options here. If you go to the advanced, you can probably do different things with that. But that is mostly what I think it's here. No, we're almost done. A couple more I want to get to. So plugins. This is where you're going to add all the different plugins. So as you can see, we have SportsPress on here. We have Broken Link Checker. I haven't really gotten that working yet. We have the events calendar. All these different things are on here. Now, you can't manually add these plugins. Since the WordPress page is a part of the NCDA, someone in there has to actually add these on their site. So if let's just say you're doing some research, you're like, okay, I think this plugin would be nice for the website. Let Eric know, let the coach know, and he can work with the tech guy then to add it. Users, this is going to be if you have a new content writer, Eric's going to get you set up on the website through here. As I mentioned, tag embed will be used for the feeds. So we have a login, and I believe it's this one. Here we are. So we have the Facebook feed. I should have the Twitter feed on here too. Maybe that's under a different account. There it is. Yeah. I think my first widget is the Facebook, and this one's the Twitter. So maybe you want to add an Instagram feed too, and then you do that through here. You hit create and kind of go through the steps to set it up, but it's not too hard to do. But there's a lot of different things that kind of just breeze through. I hope it wasn't too overwhelming. I'm sure as you kind of dive into here and actually kind of click around, it's gonna be a little bit easier. Just different things that I wish we could do differently. I wish we could move this over, kind of center it. Maybe you could figure out how to do that. I'm sure there's gonna be other kind of columns we're gonna add to the player lists, but that's just things that are gonna happen as the website goes on, as more people add to it. So I wish you the best of luck. Again, congratulations on your new position, and have a good day.